Jen here. I'm back with my little Tuesday tips, my Positivity is a Muscle series. You guys seem to be enjoying it, and I'm getting a lot of good feedback, so I'm going to keep rolling with it as long as you guys are enjoying and getting some benefit from it. So today, my topic is, I'm going to go a little three-step thing. It's 3 words that you should ban from your vocabulary. 3 words that positive people probably don't use or very rarely use because it sets up roadblocks in your brain. All right, so I'm going to get right into it today. The first word that you should never use is can't. Now, this is because when you say the word can't, that keeps you from trying something. If you say, I can't do this or can't do that, whatever, you are telling your mind that you can't try it, that you're not going to try something because you already think you can't do it. So you're setting yourself up for failure, and you're setting yourself up this roadblock that doesn't need to be there. Maybe it's something you cannot do right now. That doesn't mean, that it's something you can't always never do. So you don't want to use the word can't very regularly because that's going to keep you from trying and keeping you from being open to opportunities and open to different things. So that's one word. Can't. Try very hard not to use that word, okay? Second word, never. We find ourselves, I at least find myself using this word, and I don't necessarily mean to, but when something maybe doesn't go the way you want, you'd be like, it never happens for me, or blah, 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 this never goes my way, or never this, or never that. That is a horrible word to use, and even when you don't mean it necessarily, it's try to train your brain to not use that word. So when you say the word never, you're setting up a definitive roadblock in your brain that something's not going to happen. Or that something's always going to be the way it is, nothing's ever going to change when you say the word never. That triggers something in your brain, and it sets up this really negative roadblock that's hard to overcome because that's a very strong, definitive word. So you want to try to avoid using that too. Maybe, it seems like, things are never going to go your way, or it seems, like that, but that's not necessarily true. Take a step back. Look at what's really going on, and okay, maybe the last couple times things didn't go your way, but it doesn't mean that it never did or that it never will. So try not to use that word. All right, so that was word number 2. Word number 3, but. Now, I'm not meaning like the word booty. If you want to use the word booty in that frame of reference, I'm totally okay with that. I mean the word but, that's like, I want to do this, but this or that. All right, so using the word but is setting you up for an excuse. Any excuse, it doesn't matter what kind of excuse it is, but by using that word in that context, you're just opening up a whole can of excuses, basically, to not be positive or to not go out and try something or, or really it's just, again, setting up, just that, I guess, kind of a fail-safe kind of to go back on. So you're like, oh yeah, this, that, things are good, but, you always set up that area that you can have an excuse. So if things don't go well, or if, you try something and fail, heaven forbid, that's just a learning experience, but you've already set up that failure. So in your brain, you're not going to try as hard. And it'd be like, oh, today was a good day, but, some stuff could have gone better. You're not focusing on the positive. You should have left it at, today was a good day. So you focus on the positive more, and you're not setting up, room for that negativity to come in by setting up that but to have an excuse. All right, so short and sweet today, just 3 words, and there's probably a few others I could add in there, like hate's a terrible word to use too, but those are the 3 that I wanted to focus on. So just a little recap. The word can't is going to keep you from trying anything. So try to keep that out of your brain, especially when it's going something that you're saying you can't do, because it may not be true, okay? Maybe you're not the best at something, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. So eliminate that word from your vocabulary. Number 2, never. Never is setting that definitive roadblock in your brain, saying nothing's ever going to happen. So take that out. That's too strong, a very definitive word that sets up that negativity in your brain. And 3, but don't set yourself up for an excuse. Don't say things are good and then, but let negativity come in. So those are the 3 words today. My 3 little tips for you today. I hope you're working on those positivity muscles. I'd like to try something a little different next week. If you guys are interested, if you could send me some questions or comments on here about things maybe that you're struggling with or certain situations, you can even go and send me a private message if you want, and I can make it more generalized. But if there's something you're struggling with, I really would like to help you guys with what you really need. I'm sharing tips that have helped me, and I hope those are kind of broad and can go to lots of situations. But if there's something that you would really like to hear about and need a positive outlook or a little spin on it, I would love to help with that. Otherwise, I'll come up with all sorts of different topics for you to talk about, but I really would like to hear from you guys if there's something you would need. All right, so I hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday, a positive week, and flex those positivity muscles.